Conference Championship week, which means at the end of today, we will know who gets all of these auto bids. We'll know most of the teams that are in at large, and we'll have a good guess at the first two out. Now, first and foremost, Tulane has secured an auto bid, being ranked 20th and winning their conference championship game last night. They will not get moved down, and they are already the highest ranked group of 5 team, so they will be getting the 5th auto bid spot. Over in the at-large, we know that Oregon, Ole Miss, and A&M do not play today, so they have secured their spot as an at-large, or have probably secured their spot as an at-large. We have Notre Dame being the last team in right now, and then BYU and Miami being the first 2 teams out. I'll be updating this list as the games finish, so if you want to stay up to date on who is getting the auto bids and who is getting the at-large spots, make sure to like and follow. Here we have all the games that will determine who gets in with an auto bid, who gets in with the at-large bid, and who gets left out. We got Texas Tech and BYU. Texas Tech is probably safe at 4 regardless of a win or a loss, but BYU probably won't get in at large, and they do need a win if they want to get in. They need that auto bid. Ohio State, Indiana, both of these 2 teams are safe. They're just playing for seeding and who gets the auto bid and who gets an at-large bid. Same with Alabama and Georgia. Georgia at 4 is probably safe with a loss. Alabama at 9 is a little interesting. They do have some chance to get moved down, but I think they're safe at 9. And then Duke and Virginia. This game is huge. Duke probably not getting in whether they win or lose. They're probably not going to get an auto bid, and they're definitely not getting an at-large bid. Virginia's for sure not getting an at-large bid. They do need to win this game to get an auto bid. Oregon, Ole Miss, and A&M are all safe. They're not playing today, and they're not going to get moved down out of the top 12. And we have the bubble right here. Now, Notre Dame is currently the last team in, but I'm starting to think there might not be a path forward for Notre Dame. If BYU wins this game, Texas Tech isn't getting moved down, and BYU will jump them with the auto bid. But if BYU loses this game, they'll probably move down a spot, in which case Notre Dame and Miami will be right next to each other. And the committee's been very clear that if those 2 teams are next to each other, they will look at the head-to-head from earlier this season between those 2 games in which Miami won and move Miami ahead of Notre Dame. So I'm not seeing a path forward for Notre Dame today. Miami obviously would jump ahead of Notre Dame if that were to happen. And then we have JMU, and JMU's a really interesting case here. JMU won the Sun Belt Conference last night, and they're watching this game here. It's important to note that the way auto bids work are the 5 highest ranked conference champions. It is not tied to any specific conference, meaning Tulane's already in because they are one of the 5 highest ranked conference champions. You'll have the winner of the SEC, the winner of the Big Ten, and the winner of the Big 12. But in this game, Duke is currently not ranked, and JMU is ranked at 25, which means Duke, if they win, are probably not going to jump JMU because they both won, in which case Duke would no longer be the 5th highest ranked conference champion. JMU would be the 5th highest ranked conference champion and would get the auto bid over Duke. The scenarios at play in the conference championship games today, so make sure to like and follow if you want to see how these will affect the playoff picture. We'll be updating this list as each game finishes. Let me know in the comments who you think is going to get in that last at-large bid.